What I'm gonna start off with, Dennis, is, Rochelle Massey, my appointment for the village board trustee. Can you please come up?
Yeah, any new trustee should be sworn in first by the village clerk.
Okay.
Please come over here this morning.
Yeah.
I, Rochelle Massey, being duly sworn, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of village trustee of the village of Monticello, according to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Welcome aboard, Rochelle. Okay. Can I have a motion to accept the agenda?
I make a motion we amend.
Second? Okay, Carmen with a question.
No, the amendment, we have to amend the agenda because the insurance for the village is due in a day and a half, the 31st, 12 noon. So we, the mayor and myself, we met with the insurance for 3.5 hours. And we had a proposal here, it has to be adopted today because there's no time. And we, in June 18th, we vote for the broker, as a board, the board vote to appoint the broker, Owen and McCain. So that's the only thing I just wanted to, and I think so, they talked to you in conference on the phone, but Larissa was working, so, okay.
Okay, roll call. Carmen?
Yes,
Larissa?
yes.
Reverend Matthews? You could, if you, okay. All right, approval minutes from July 2nd, July 11th, 2013 meeting. Can I have a motion? Okay, second?
A second.
Okay, roll call. Carmen?
Yes,
Larissa?
yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
Rochelle?
Abstain.
Okay. Public hearing for the proposal of local law number 11, signage and regulations for the proper disposal of animal waste in the village of Monticello. We'll open up at 5:05 for
Have a
public
motion
hearing.
open, please?
Have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
This is for signage for the curb your dog signs in the village. If anyone with any questions about it?
Just a motion.
This is the public hearing for it.
This is just to open the public hearing, you hear public comment. After the public makes comments, and the board can decide if they want to approve it, not approve it, extend the comment period, or make changes to the law.
Maybe we just explain it, you know, because people is walking the dogs and they live in, you know, they're all over. So now, the people should carry their own little bag and trying to leave the village clean because it's disgusting. Every time you go parks or anybody is forced of the dogs. And so this is a good thing to keep the village clean. And the fact that
Betty?
Who's going to enforce it, the police department or the code enforcement?
Police, the
And-
police can enforce it.
And what, the tickets, will there be tickets given out? Or, and a fine, or,
I'm assuming it's a normal
I'm
enforcement.
asking the mayor.
Okay.
Yes, you can answer the question.
No,
Is it-
I'd like you to answer for it.
I can address the mayor.
Go ahead,
Mayor,
go ahead.
it's the normal enforcement by the police. There will be tickets handed out. There's a fine that will be imposed based upon the number of prior offenses. The court, of course, would have the discretion not to fine anyone if they so desire.
Anything else, ma'am?
Yes, will they appear before the justice court, or,
Yes.
thank you.
Anyone else? Anyone on the board that want to comment on that?
Yeah, I just have a problem with this resolution, this public hearing, because it's not being put the fees, it's not being put a first, third, you know, offense, and I think so we should work more in the law because it's really, it's not putting the right way, so if we see somebody they are doing it, so it's no regulation, it's no fees, or nothing in this resolution. So I just say, well, this is only a public hearing, but I think so we should leave it the public hearing open, that way we can adjust more on the law and put, you know, the fees and regulations and offenses to first, third offense, or second offense.
Mr. Mayor, one of the options the board has is just to do that if they want to do it, and certainly there's never anything objectionable with extending the public comment period and then having those issues looked at.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to extend the public hearing.
I second.
Okay, roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews, Rochelle?
Yes.
Okay. Public hearing amendment of rental laws passed in 2010. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, Carmen?
This is, oh yes, public hearing, this is a public hearing.
Oh, yeah, we'll open it up, excuse me. Public hearing, anyone for comment for the public hearing on, the rental laws in the village of Monticello?
I think so, we should explain.
Hmm?
You need to finish your roll.
Oh, okay, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews, Rochelle?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
I
you.
think so, you know, the lawyer should explain it exactly about the law, because this is related to the law, I think, so I don't know if the board feel comfortable, I think so it should be explaining to the public what really is amended.
Mayor, we're talking to a comment.
Yes.
I think the building inspector probably can better comment on it, but basically, as I understand the record, the prior council, a law was proposed, and apparently, according to some records indicated, was not filed effectively with the Secretary of State. This particular proposed law would correct that particular problem. I know the board, the building inspector, had looked at the issue of certain things will be included, but that's the same as the prior law, is that correct? So basically, it's the same as the prior law, just simply enables it to be filed properly with the Secretary of State.
But that's also my understanding is including bungalows, hotels and all that, and
That's one of the issues that the board had raised. The board had asked for a proposed local law that would encompass bungalows for enforcement purposes in addition to the other laws. And whether the board wants to do that or not is up to the board completely.
So now it's because there's no in the rental law, and I know that it's no motels, and no bungalows, there's no summer houses. So now it's in the summer when they come, you're entitled to go and inspect all those houses and the same like the other apartments and.
That's what the intention
Right.
is to add the bungalows, add motels, add seasonal places that the village can enforce in the same way they enforce the other laws.
Do you want to extend the public hearing?
I think so, we should give more information
we
to
can
the
extend the
people,
public hearing.
about what it's about, and the summer people, also we should
Okay.
put it more in the paper.
Can I have a motion to extend the public hearing?
You
I
didn't do
make a-
public comment.
Oh, yeah,
No, I
public
did.
comment.
Betty?
Yes, you're charging for apartments now to go in and inspect, am I correct in
Yes.
saying that? Will you, use the bungalows, will you be charging per bungalow, and will that be the same as the apartments that you
Yeah.
charge? The same
Everyone will be
price?
charged.
For the inspection.
But will
once
it
a
be
year.
the same price? I mean, the inspector's
Right.
gonna go in, he's gonna inspect the same way he does Sleepy Hollow or, Moon Manor or any of that.
Yes.
The initial is $100 and it's a $10 for apartment, but bungalows is individually, so that's where we has to, to see how we're gonna charge individually, because it's separate each owner, so.
Thank you.
Anyone, Barbara?
I'm glad you're extending this because I would like you to think about HUD subsidizers who are allowing people to come in. So you think about it. There's a lot to be said about that.
Anyone else? Okay, roll call. Carmen? We're gonna extend it.
No? Okay,
Yeah.
I make a motion to extend it.
Okay, second.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call. Carmen?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Okay, number 9, approval of bills in the amount of $746,168.35. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call. Carmen?
I have a comment, okay, I just wanted to make it clear that I came to the village and I signed every single voucher that is there, So the vouchers, the board doesn't sign checks, only the mayor and the treasurer. So I just wanna make it clear, I don't know if the paper did a mistake or the mayor say Carmen doesn't sign checks. Well, I just wanted for your information, the controllers, and I had the advice here of the controllers, that every single board member should sign those vouchers. And I have they sent me an example of the Walden Village of Walden, that has 5 signatures here. Each voucher is supposed to go this way. The controllers told us, individuals, us, each one of us, that everybody has to sign it. The audit committee, which is me and Larissa, it doesn't give it authorization to us, just to look at and make it easy maybe for the rest of the board. But when it's not a voucher that I don't have an answer because we don't have no treasury to us, I no sign it. I no sign it because that, if you read the law there, you can charge with misdemeanor for. I have all here. I have the controllers here, and they send me the village of the Walden. This is the way it's supposed to be done.
Okay, roll call, Carmen,
No,
Larissa,
No.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, resolution adopting budget transfer fiscal year ending July 2013. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, Carmen?
no, I want to make a comment before I vote my decision. The reason I voted no for this budget transfer is because I have a note from Lulu Lee that she is transfer money. She is just an account manager. She is no part of the corporation. She is not an office of the corporation to sign checks or to transfer money or anything, so I voted no.
Larissa,
No.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Okay. Let's see, resolution adopting local law number 10, 2013, amending local laws passed in 2011 regarding medical transportation in the village of Monticello. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion with a question.
Second?
Second.
Okay, Carmen, with a question?
Then it's to those or opinions, or, I mean, that I give a little change. We cannot do nothing anymore because the court
Well,
put
my
that.
opinion is expressed in my letter to the board, but essentially that's correct.
You cannot change nothing anymore?
It's a stipulation of settlement, and if you change the stipulation of settlement that the board had previously authorized, it could subject the board to certain issues that I raised in my attorney-client privilege letter. That's my opinion.
Roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Resolution rescinding the June 4, 2013 motion authorizing Barton of the Judas to go after the TEP grant for the village. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution authorizing Sullivan Renaissance to apply for TEP grant for the Jeffersonville Street project on behalf of the village of Monticello. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
I'll second.
Second, roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the purchase of CVIS analyzer in the amount of $1,375 from Sestec, ordered by New York State DMV for the Highway Department, appropriation 5110-224, current account balance $34,223.44. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution of support Sullivan County Division of Planning and Environmental Management and the Department of Grant Administration for New York Main Street Technical Assistance Grant. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the mayor and village attorney to sign the intermunicipal agreement for tax foreclosure proceedings with Sullivan County. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion with a question.
Second?
Second it.
Okay, Carmen?
Yeah, I have a question. Why, the attorney has to sign, but you here? Because we usually do authorize the mayor or a manager to sign. This is, we did it before, so.
Well, I would think he would, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, that's good. You can answer it. That's Nancy Parker from the county. No, you can answer it.
All right. We each pass a resolution to move forward. So this is a resolution coming from your board saying you want to enter into it, and the county will pass one in 2 weeks saying yes, that they'll enter into it. So it's a two-way. We each say yes.
Okay, I wanna make sure that yes, only the mayor and the manager, you know,
I can answer that question. The county actually requested that council sign for both, so we adhere to the county's request. But the board obviously can change the resolution to allow just the mayor. That may or may not be satisfactory to the county, but the county's documents given to us provided both for the mayor and council for the village as the county executive, I believe, and the county attorney. So that was just following the request of the
I'm
county.
fine.
This
I'm
is the
fine.
way it's been done
Yeah.
when we did it earlier in the year, than we do it with all the other villages.
I'm fine. Okay, roll call, Carmen.
yes.
Larissa.
Yes.
Reverend Matthews.
Yes.
Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the intermunicipal agreement for the maintenance of the tennis courts in DeHoy's Park with Monticello Central School District.
I make a motion with a question.
Okay, second.
Second it.
Dennis, that last agreement, did he ever come back with that
I
last one?
don't think so.
No,
I
they
see the
didn't.
agreement.
We had received the comments, the proposed draft from the district. I had given the boards and attorney-client privilege communication my response. The board could talk in executive session, hold this over and and decide what you want to do. But I think the concern was that there be authorization in place so before the summer ended, they could start the process of doing that.
So
Not only
we-
the cost involved, but also the timing involved too. When you want the district to have use of the tennis courts and when the village residents would.
I would like it to table
Table.
until we get more information because I really,
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
should
think you have
discuss
the
it.
information you need, but I think
We
the
should
board has to
discuss.
give direction. The board has to decide, and my recommendation would be to consider an executive direction, what steps on this contract you want to authorize the board to do, and the mayor can convey that to the superintendent. So
We
the
can
purpose-
discuss it in the executive session.
Because it deals with a contract matter, you're allowed to discuss it.
Oh, okay.
And certainly, discussing in public as to what terms you would want to have in this contract is something that you're allowed to go in executive session. If you want to discuss it in public, you have a right to do that too.
We'll
yeah,
discuss
because,
it. Okay.
yeah, because we discussed before, if we had to discuss it in public, I think so we should explain it in public what it is. You know, we given, authorize the school to take over the tennis, but we also we want to have some rights as a village and our village resident to use it also.
Well,
not
that was
just to-
exactly my, again, I don't want to reveal attorney-client privilege communications, but I will tell the board, you know what I wrote, and that was one of the concerns I had, that when would village residents have access to it? But I think you have to look at that, what the costs will be, and certainly how long it will be, as, again, all of my attorney-client privilege communication.
We'll discuss it in the executive session.
Have a motion on the table, please?
Okay,
I make a-
motion.
I make a motion to table.
All right, second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, Carmen.
Yes.
Larissa.
Yes.
Reverend Matthews.
Yeah.
Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution setting a public hearing date to amend local law number 2, 2010, chapter 45 of the village code entitled Officers and Employees, section 14, residency, extending the residency of village officers and employees to Orange County. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second? Second. This is regarding to our treasurer that she doesn't live in Sullivan County, but we can extend outside the borders of Orange County to keep her as treasurer in the village of Monticello.
Just
Okay, Dennis.
specifically,
Yeah.
what this would do is that your local, village law allows for a treasurer to be within the village, but village law allows it to extend outside of the village from the county. But you have a provision under general municipal home rule law that gives the village other powers beyond the village law. I did obtain an opinion from the Attorney General, informal opinion of 1983, which expressly allows the village, under its municipal home rule authority, to pass a local law to extend residency not only to the county in which the village is located at, but to an abutting or an adjacent county. And that's what the proposed local law would allow, again, subject to a public hearing and subject to the board voting.
Yeah, I'm done.
We don't, nobody vote, I mean, it failed, but I wanted to tell you, I have also an opinion from the attorney, and I call myself personal too. So they say if your village is less than 3,000 people, you can extend us to outside of Sullivan County. But your village is more than 3,000 people, and then you have to hire, you can change the law to outside village and town, which is now the village code is village and town. But now, you know, you expand into what, to Orange County? We should just all run in for Orange County.
Can I have a
If we
roll-
wanna run for office, anybody wanna run for office for Orange County, come and
Roll,
run.
roll call?
Because there's no village anymore.
We need a second on it. Can I have a second? Second? I'll second it. This is to keep our treasurer. Roll call, Carmen,
No,
Larissa,
yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, public comment?
Is that just for employees or?
Public comment.
Oh, just a minute, we have an amendment here with the insurance to do in a day and a half.
Okay, we're gonna discuss that, and can I, we can discuss that in public comment.
Discussions on pricing for insurance,
It's poop.
that certainly you can do it in executive session, you can do it publicly too.
I think we should go down and discuss the insurance. It's a serious issue that the board should all
Yeah.
sit down and talk
Yeah.
about.
It also involves potential liability,
Yeah.
because whatever insurance you have, you know, sometimes if you have a lower rate, you have more exposure. So you-
I think we
you are
should
entitled to
discuss it down
in
there.
executive
It's
session.
only a day and a half for the insurance.
We can always come back up, though. I think it's something we should discuss down there.
Are you taking
We'll discuss it after yes,
Are you
public
taking
comment.
any public
Sir?
Yeah, my question is that just for employees of the village? They can be out of the county, is that what you're saying? In other words, that specific, office? Just that specific office, that one office?
Right.
It's just pressure, that's what he's trying to get at.
Yeah, you're right, it's for
One
only,
office.
but that when they put the ad in the paper to announce the opening of the treasury was only in Sullivan County. So right now, it was not given opportunity to outside the Sullivan County that people can apply. But that's the French mayor and, you know, pay back in
Okay.
China, so now he's bringing the China, you know, from China.
Everyone's
The
entitled-
lady
everyone's
is a sweet
entitled to
lady,
their opinion.
but she live in Sullivan County, and we wanna
Okay.
keep it here just for the Sullivan County, come on, you know.
Ma'am?
I don't know the procedure here. I'd like to ask a question about the last resolution. Should I do it in public comment, or can I ask?
It's really coming now.
This is public comment.
Okay. Hi, my name's Sharon Kaiser. I graduated here, and I'm thinking about moving back up. You refer to, village code. Is that the same thing as a village charter or a city charter?
Code, is that the same code?
The village code is actually the compilation of all local laws that are enacted. Municipalities like the village of Monticello don't have a charter, they're actually chartered by state law.
Okay.
The village code is all your local laws the village passes over the years.
So you don't need to, have two public hearings for that?
May I respond, Mayor?
Yes.
There's only a need for one public hearing, which is not tonight.
Okay.
The public hearing will take place, I assume, at the next board meeting, where the public can comment on it, like the other public
Okay.
hearings. If they want to continue the public hearing, they can do that too.
And my only other question, are there no qualifications for the controller and different, employees and qualifications criteria?
There
That was
are.
my question.
There are, yeah. Barbara?
Mr. Mayor, may I address your, Rochelle, please? Irregardless, Rochelle, of what was written in the Times Herald Record newspaper, unfortunately, most people do not understand what the word criminal means, and when they use it, it is they who are criminal.
Exactly. I agree
My congratulations. Thank you. I am thrilled to pieces that you are here, and I am now gonna investigate what's going on in the diner.
Betty?
I don't want to differ with your attorney, but I have the village law 3-300. Either I can't read, or something. What you just did to me is illegal. Simple, plain English, illegal. All right, that's number one. I have a couple of things to just bear with me. I'm just appalled that we couldn't find anyone in all of Sullivan County to be a treasurer. Nothing against this lady, and she's a very nice lady and probably very qualified. However, we have a lot of people in Sullivan County that need jobs too. Didn't we didn't you guys get any applications from anyone in Sullivan County?
40.
Yeah, got
40
40.
applicants.
Okay. All right, I'm just very taken back at this whole thing, and I have to tell you, Gordon, I don't think that's really the way it should have gone.
Anyone,
I have some additional comments, and I have 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so please, okay? I know you don't wanna hear what I have to say.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Just stand up for 2 minutes.
Reverend Matthews said could you stand up and see where the voice is coming from?
Yeah, right here, Reverend Matthews, okay? You speak a little louder when you vote too, all right? Like the insurance for the village of Monticello. I heard a conversation up on the board that you're talking about insurance here. That you only have a couple of days for your liability insurance, is that correct?
The insurance, the liability insurance on the village will finish at 12 noon and at 31st. Today is
On
the
the
29th.
31st, so we have a few days. Why did this insurance come down to a couple of days? Why did you bring it down to the line and to the wire? You wouldn't do that with your own homeowner policy, I hope, anyway. You wouldn't do it with your car insurance. Why would you do it with the taxpayers' money? Why would you bring it down? Every employee in this village, your health insurance is 5 months behind, and correct me if I'm wrong, in the payments for your health insurance. What are you doing to these employees? This is not fair. Gordon, your health insurance is paid for from your retirement. Would you like that to happen to you? That the state of New York is 5 months behind? This is just not fair. Liability? You expect these guys to get a police car with liability that's teeter-tottering? Will you have a liability policy for the village of Monticello by the time this runs out? I know,
1
Gordon,
minute,
I've got
Betty.
another minute.
1 more minute, Betty.
Yeah, I know, I'm watching too. I asked the question, will you have a liability policy in place for the employees for the village of Monticello and the taxpayers? Because we're the ones that are footing the bill. Yes or no? Simple.
In the last minute, yes, we have the appointment. We appoint a broker, and this is 3 hours and a half. I met with the mayor and.
It's
the
public
broker.
comment, it's not back and forth. Betty, I told
It's
you
my
last.
opinion, it's me, I
told-
wanted to answer.
Betty, I told you last
She
week.
has the right to.
If
I
you-
wasn't here last
Please
week.
come to my office and talk to me.
I don't wanna come to your office. I wanna
Okay.
sit down.
She's entitled to
Okay.
ask questions.
Then you'll get the answers.
There's a
Anyone has an
pledge to the
opinion.
flag.
Okay.
Remove your hat.
Anything else, Betty?
I have
You
nothing
done?
else
She's
to
done.
say,
Okay.
You know-
except I'm
Anyone
sorry.
else, public comment?
Yeah.
Sir? Sir?
Mr. Mayor, members of the board, up here with my colleagues from EBT, we're hoping to have an opportunity to discuss whether it's
Yeah.
a contract or whether we're doing an executive session. We would like the opportunity to discuss the potential work.
Yeah, after public comment. Anyone else for public comment, sir?
We're gonna do that matter in executive session.
We're gonna, yes.
Anything that deals with potential litigation, contract, the gentleman is talking about a proposed change of legal documents. I'll certainly give my advice to the village in executive session.
Okay.
So, I
Any-
just wanna comment after this, is nobody comments.
Anyone else for public comment? Sir?
Can you answer the question where the 22% increase for the sanitation fees came about?
Excuse me?
22%, I understand you're raising it.
It's not 22%.
Well,
That's not true.
can you tell me what?
If you, after the meeting, I can explain it, but it's not 22%. Anyone else? It's 3% and 8%. It's 3% increase in our budget, and the water and sewer is 8 water and 8, it's 8 and 8, not 22%. Saying it's 8%. Yes. No, not 22.
My wife.
When we had that last storm, if the sewer and all that is going to have a raise in our taxes, whatever we pay, we had such
basement. This is the second time it's happened. And if I'm going to be paying extra for sewage, there's gotta be something done so that doesn't happen again. I shouldn't have to get flood insurance for living on a non-flood area.
Did you call at Park Avenue with your issue with the flood?
I did, I called the highwayman.
Could you call my office tomorrow and I'll be over there to take care of it, and I'd like to talk to you.
Next to your,
You never called the manager or the mayor. If you do, I'll address the issue with you. Call me up, 701-1011. Or you can leave your information, I'll be at your house tomorrow morning. Anyone else?
Yes, first question is it customary, on Waverly Avenue, just the past few weeks, I have two aunts live down there, elderly in their 70s, and a mother-in-law. The water was shut off to do the work over where the Hasidics were. I know the paper stated that the problem was corrected for Waverly Avenue, which that's been an ongoing problem. I happen to be over cleaning bungalows at Waverly, and I know this project was basically done for the bungalows there. But the point that I want to bring out is the water was shut off. They weren't notified of a water shut off. They were at least 6 to 7 hours without water. We're talking no flushing the toilet, elderly people there. Do they deserve that much respect? After all, they are taxpayers. Second question is, and not to ruffle any feathers, but I really have an honest question. As a concerned taxpayer, and I think everyone else in here should be just as concerned, is this board going to be a board that can really be fair and making truthful and honest decisions in the best interest of the public? By appointing Rochelle, I really feel, I know you said it's legal, it's a grave conflict of interest. And as an individual, I wouldn't even want to put myself in that position, Rochelle. I feel that right now, looking at this board consistently, Carmen is fighting a losing battle all by herself. Seemingly, she has the best interest, and I can stand here and say it and stand behind what I'm saying. She has the best interest of the village at heart. Gordon, you shut everyone down. No one can really address anything without you. We'll take it up in executive meeting. We'll answer you, we'll get back to you. People are here because they're paying taxes. If the taxpayers were to stop paying taxes, you wouldn't be able to do anything. You really need to respect the people that are supporting this village. We need answers, they like answers, and again, please, if you're gonna shut waters off, Mr. Snowden, or do what you feel that village needs to do, please advise the elderly people down on Waverly Avenue.
Anyone else for public comment? Anyone else? Sir?
Yes, I'd like to say something. I think that's a great idea, Rachel is in there, and I'm totally opposite of what
Everyone
you're
is
saying.
entitled to their opinion.
Please
Everybody's
direct it to the
entitled to their
board.
opinion.
No, thank you.
I think Carmen, you
Direct it to
praising
the board.
Carmen.
Everyone
I
is
think
entitled to
she's
their
firmly
opinion. Don't
on-
address me.
Board.
Address the board.
All right.
Address the board.
Okay.
You were making money on Waverly too, so.
Well,
Dress
you
to
were
the
making
board.
money too, so
I was
we all were
honest.
making money.
You were under your brother. You were working under your brother.
I just wanted to.
Don't
All right.
push it over here, buddy.
Let's keep it civil a little bit. Okay,
Man,
anyone
I like
else?
to- I-
Wait a minute. Anyone else for the public that would like to address with public comment? Everyone's entitled to their opinion, so, okay.
Man,
James?
I told the people in Waverly, the water wasn't initially supposed to go off. When they went into the ground, they hit the pipe, and that's why we had to cut the water off. That's why the water was
6,
went
7
out.
hours, we're not flushing the toilet. You
Yeah,
said
but
that
it was an emergency.
You said
It
that
broke the whole pipe. What are you gonna do on an
But you
emergency?
never called them though, Mr. Snowden. You never notified them at all.
How was gonna notify them?
Knock on
We
the
didn't-
door.
We
You
didn't
were
have
down
any
there.
intention
I
to
told you.
shut the water off.
Knock on
All
the
right.
door.
I mean,
James.
my comment.
Okay, anyone else? I would like to say, if anyone has a problem in the village, and I say this every meeting, I said this for the last 8 years since I've been in politics, if anyone has any issue, question, or anything, please come to my office and I'll address every issue that you have. And honestly, bring someone with you so you can say how the mayor spoke to you or whatever. And I welcome any comments. I'm not gonna bite you or anything. I'm open door policy. So don't be afraid of me. And I do try to address every issue and every problem in this village. Anyone else?
I just want to
Anyone
say
else?
something because we are
Okay,
public
Carmen?
comment. You know, I just want to tell the people, do everybody see this? This is my word. This is all the paper that I say for the budget 2013, 2014. I came to every single meeting for the budget. Now, this budget, 2012, was passed and the budget on 2012 was passed July 12th. July 12th. So this is tell you, that was passed by the board. The mayor say the board don't come and don't participate with the budget. That's a lie. Because you know what? This is my paper and this is my bed. This is only for the budget this year. I never throw one paper. This is all that came to meetings, we changed it, we did the corrections, the treasurer sit with us, we came in a daytime, it was a legal meeting to pass this budget in July because we passed it in 2012, July 13, 2012, was passed that budget. And it was okay with the controllers. They don't complain as long as you pass the budget before your budget due is August 1st. But the mayor to say that Ms. Rule doesn't come to the board meetings, let me tell you something. July 16, I don't come to the meeting. Yes, because I have a death in the family. My immediate family died. And that's because I don't care. But about saying that Mrs. Rule doesn't come to the meeting, I come almost every day to this village. I pick up my papers, I study my papers, I call the government, I call everybody when I want an answer, and I make sure that if I'm correct. And I have all here. All the time, I ask for opinions. I sit down with the mayor 3.5 hours with this insurance. They are just Thursday, last week. Now, for Keith to say that, you just go to CarmenRue.com. This is my tape. My tape is taping since 2008. You hear my voice there. Every single meeting has been coming to this board. I never miss a meeting until the death of my family. And I have a right. Now the mayor don't have to cancel the meeting to adopt the budget. We have other people in the board. It was 3 of them. But no, he accused Carmen Rue. You know why? Because I want to do the right thing, because I want to do the law, because I want to do what the law say and the Constitution of the United States of America. When I swear my oath, I say I swear my oath to respect and to follow the Constitution of the United States and the state of New York. Very clear. That's my oath. And I continue to do it while my oath is. And I will continue doing here. I don't care if 4 of them voted. Carmen Rue doesn't their conscience. Rochelle today vote for the bill pays. Guess what? She don't know what bill pays. What bill pays? She was not in the board. She don't order those bills. I just watching and I hear and I see it because I do my work before I sit in this meeting. I just wanted to say that.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else for,
I just want to say that I can be a fair person. I am a child of God, and I am going to be fair and honest.
thank you.
That's it.
Okay, can I have a motion to go into executive session?
That's to discuss the matters we mentioned that should be discussed in executive session.
Okay, we're gonna discuss those. Okay, can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second? Okay, roll call, Carmen?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes.
Reverend Matthews? Rochelle?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.